All right. Well, good evening, everybody. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Wednesday. And we are here. We're going to talk about a few things tonight, guys. We're going to be talking about Gala Games and what's going on with them. And we're also going to do a quick little review of what's been going on this week with crypto, and more importantly, what's been happening with the SEC coming after Binance and coming after Coinbase. Just in case you weren't on the past few nights, we were talking about that. But what I want to do is I want to kind of get right into Gala Games first. And I'm glad that everyone is going to be here or tuning in. And if you're watching this on the replay, please feel free to go Dojo fam. It lets me know that you're here. I appreciate you guys all very much. So, Gala Games just keeps on keeping on. They a few things. One, they came out with a report basically saying that the V2 upgrade has been completed. All addresses that should have gotten Gala V2 have gotten them, and I think there's like 250,000 addresses. So I think that was done about a week or so ago, but they were just kind of getting it all together and getting all the information together. So that's a really good thing. And of course, they had their audits by Certic and Anchain. So that's all good to go. Now, we also have a report from CoinMarketCap that they have finally updated the numbers with Gala Games. So what we have, though, is we have a situation where now we have, instead of 7 billion in circulation, it's a little bit higher now, guys. Now we're about 21. Actually, it's probably like 3 times higher circulating supply. So now we're up to like 21 million, I believe it is, circulating supply, and that's the total supply is like 24 billion. Did I say million? Billion is what I meant. So we have that going on, and I think that may have something to do kind of where we are from a price standpoint. I haven't looked, but they were down in the 2.6s and 2.5s. I think these companies have a lot of power when you have like CoinMarketCap and you have CoinGecko, who I like a lot. They have a lot of power, and what they say, people will read into that. I know when Shiba Inu, back in November of 2021, it was reported some numbers from CoinMarketCap that weren't accurate, and it really started the decline of Shiba Inu. I mean, I think it already had begun with the bear market coming in, but that didn't help matters. It just facilitated the quickly, demise of the run that Shiba Inu was having. So we're going to see kind of how this all plays out here with Gala Games. Now, I did a video earlier, and someone responded, and I want to address this. And if you're here, say hi. Let me know you're here, guys. Of where now the market cap would have to be like 24 billion for it to reach $1. I'm not so much focusing on the price. It's going to all be about the utility and what Gala is bringing to Web3 gaming, which in my view is unparalleled. And quite honestly, $24 billion, that's doable. I think that's a doable. That still kind of runs in. A couple of months ago, some of you guys may have even seen it. I did a video about where I thought Gala's price potential, not prediction, could be. And I was saying about $1.25 in the next bull run. And I still think that's possible. I haven't seen anything, regardless of circulating supply, has made me change my view, my stance on that. I'm going to stick with that, what I initially had put out there, because I do still think that Gala is quite capable of doing that. Right now, we're just under, $600 million in market cap for Gala Games, but they still keep developing. They still keep... Hey, Crypto, what's going on, man? Nice to see you, brother. So Gala is still developing, and as a matter of fact, Gala Games also has started a play test for Eternal Paradox, which is a mobile game, and I actually downloaded the play test for it last night, and I started playing it a little bit. And it's really cool, but it's one of those games, like with all these games, they don't really give you a whole lot to go with. They give you like this pseudo tutorial, and you kind of have to make it work for you. So I'm just kind of going through the process. I linked my Gala account to Eternal Paradox. And again, you can play it on iOS, you could play it on Android, and they say PC, so I guess that's Windows, I guess. But I think it's mainly a mobile game, and it seems like right now, so as far as I know, we have, 4 mobile games going on. We have Eternal Paradox, we have Meow Match, we have Dragon Strike, we have Champions Arena. Those 4 are mobile games. Now, I'm going to tell you just my initial thoughts on Eternal Paradox. I like the visuals of it. I think the dialogue is a bit stilted, and I'm not necessarily sold on the voice actors, but it's a play test. It's working out the kinks. When that play test is over, then they'll ask everyone who played it. It's a public play test, so anyone can be a part of it. And if you have a Gala account, you can link your Gala account. You just got to get past the tutorial, but you can still link your account to Eternal Paradox. And again, you can do that with Meow Match and also with Dragon Strike. Champions Arena, I haven't messed with yet. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. That's a lot. Now, Meow Match, I've been playing the longest, and I'm more familiar with it. It's not necessarily that complicated. When you start getting into, these games, Dragon Strike and Eternal Paradox, they're a little bit more. There's a little bit more stuff going on. It's more of a storyline. So you're building and you're crafting, and then you're battling, and you're doing all these kinds of things. So I'm still working that out. So we're gonna see how it goes. I'll keep you guys posted as we progress through. But again, you're in a position where you can win prizes, or or get rewarded for things, if you have so many gems, or however that works out. So we'll just see kind of where that all takes us. So there is that, and that's a big one. So the 2 big things was, and this just happened last night. So the Eternal Paradox went live yesterday. Actually, when I got through with this live stream, I went out and I saw that it was already live. I didn't really realize it. So I did some other stuff, and then I came back to it. And, so that's kind of where we are. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to post this up here, Sniper, because I think it's good for people to see it. It's so easy. Here, I'm just going to click on this. Easy Gala is a real company that has a working product. Yeah. Been in the Gala ecosystem since 2020. Oh, wow. Awesome, man. Well, then you probably are still doing well then. And, here's the thing. When people come out and they say, well, there's no way. You'd have to have a 25. That is a limiting belief. That is basically, you're setting yourself up for failure. I respect everyone's opinion. I disagree with that it won't make it, because it's like telling a child, well, you can't run or you can't walk. Of course they're gonna, right? There's no doubt. And I believe, such as yourself, Crypto, that Gala has the utility. It has the chutzpah to make it. I think so anyway. That's just my own belief. But I think Gala has, out of all the Web3 games, I honestly, and this is I'm not being paid or sponsored by these guys at all. I think they have the best shot of making it. Congratulations, man. Well done. Hopefully you took some profits out of that, and you still are, and you should, rightfully so. You had a vision, and that's the thing. It's like if you see something and you get in early enough, and you're probably great job. Then if you see something early enough, recognize the potential, realize, hey, this is a real company. This is a real organization. This is something with real utility that solves problems, that creates opportunities for people. Fantastic. So that's where we are with Gala Games. If anything else pops up, I will certainly let you all know. But again, today was basically I did a video in regards to finding out what, basically just clarifying that, hey, all the exchanges have all the upgraded, I'm V2, even though they're not calling it that anymore. It's just straight up Gala. That's it. All the exchanges, and I believe they said there's 54 exchanges that were supporting the Gala upgrade, and most of those were like huge. I mean, your crypto.coms, your Binances, your Geminis, your BitHubs, your Gate.ios, those guys, KuCoin, your bigger exchanges, and your smaller ones too that are more regional. One in the Philippines, one in Thailand, one from Mexico. So you have that stuff kind of going on, where everyone has their tokens. Yeah, I know. They've come a long way in a short period of time. Right? I got involved in Gala back in 2021, somewhere towards the middle or towards the end of it. So that's when I got started, and I'm not even sure how. I don't even know how I got introduced. I think I was just researching one day. Well, excuse me, guys. I was researching one day, and then that came across my screen because I was looking at games. At that point, I was looking into Gods Unchained, and I was looking at Sandbox and some of these other games, and I just wasn't feeling it. I don't necessarily like card games. If it's poker, like Poker Go, that will be cool. But if it's like a game, like a card game sort of a thing, it's not necessarily my jam. I'm more like back when Diablo on my Mac, playing with my brother when I lived in Hawaii and he lived in Vermont, and we'd play back and forth. Now that, or Uncharted, or Call of Duty, those are my kinds of games where I can get into. So we have that going on with Gala, and of course the big story of the week has been with Coinbase and Binance getting sued by the SEC for basically running an unregistered securities brokerage or whatever, and for selling unregistered securities. So they went after Binance, and they doubled down, and they came after Coinbase. I was expecting them to come after crypto.com today or something. We still have a few days left in the week, so we'll have to see. But and then they also were stating that they thought that they gave a list of certain criteria, like certain cryptos were basically securities. ADA was one, Polygon was one, what else? Axie Infinity was one, Chills was one. So they were blasting off like a variety, basically with shots over the bow, like letting everyone know, and we know this already, that the SEC considers pretty much every single crypto a security. And if you are an exchange, Well, there you go. And to their mind, if every crypto other than Bitcoin, and who knows how that'll play out, and Ethereum, where we don't know yet what their position is on them, but every other altcoin would be considered a security. So if you are selling unregistered securities, then you are doing an illegal act. And so they're going to take action on you. And that's what we're seeing right now. Yeah, so Crypto Sniper saying Gala would be a top 20 crypto. I believe so. If you look on CoinGecko and you look on CoinMarketCap, they're like at 69.70. So, that's not bad considering. So I think that's pretty good. But I think at some point they'll hit top 20 once the word gets out. Now that we've gone through this whole migration thing and this upgrade, and I thought it went remarkably well. I've been in some of these where they've done the same. Oh, what a disaster. Horrible. And whoever gave me the thumbs up, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Maybe that was Crypto Sniper. I don't know. But whoever it was, thank you very much. So that's kind of the situation that we're. I believe, too. I think that we'll also be in top 20 at some point. I don't think we'll get there until the next bull cycle, but you never know. I mean, that could come in sooner than later. That, again, we've been talking about this, and I've been saying this for a long time. I think a lot of things are going to be riding on the Ripple case. I know I keep harping on it, and you guys are like, oh, God, he keeps talking. But I cannot, at least in my view, I can't overstate how important this is to the crypto community and crypto as a whole, and adoption and regulation and everything. XRP wins their case. They flat out win. The judge comes out and says, hey, oh, cool, awesome. So hey Sniper, we have someone new, and those of you who are watching, great job. So I'm going to say awesome and thank you very much. Yeah. So Majid, is that how you're saying it? Did I say that right? Majid? I hope so. I'm glad you're here, man. Thank you for being here. Awesome. But yeah, so a lot of it's going to ride on the Ripple case. And we're going to have some sort of... We're going to probably see where the wind is blowing on the 13th. As we know, that's when documentation from is coming out from sealed documents. Okay, great, Majid. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Glad you're here. So join the conversation too, man. Tell me what you're thinking about Gala and what we're talking about with crypto regulations. This has been like for the past forever, just being on the forefront of everyone's mind, and there's no clarity, there's no anything going on, so everyone's all up in the air. Everyone is just uncertain right now because there is no regulatory clarity. There's no guidelines, there's no rules of the road to follow, and it's really frustrating. And it's a concerted effort, in my view, from the SEC to shut down innovation. That's basically what this comes down to. They're coming out with the CBDCs, central bank digital currency. This is their answer to decentralized currency. This is their answer to crypto. So thank you very much for giving us cryptocurrency. Now we're going to use it for our own, and now we're going to try to regulate you guys out of existence through enforcement nonetheless. We're not even going to give you a chance to compete with us. We just want to blow you out of the water, because why would we want to have retail investors, you and I, be able to not rely on the government, not rely on a central banking system, not rely on other things to help us with our financial freedom? Why would we want you to do that? It's all about power. It's all about control. And no matter what they say, we want to protect investors from fraud and from all this kind of shenanigans going on. Well, what about the banking crisis of 2007, 2008, right? What was that called? Crypto wasn't around then. So who caused that whole disastrous where millions of people lost their homes? That was a wreck. I mean, talk about mismanagement of funds. Good grief. Okay. Oh, we have someone else in here. Good. Nice. Lil Ponte. I hope I'm saying that. Oh, boy. Okay. So I'm reading this carefully. Gala and the update came, and Coinbase had my to plan. All right. Okay. So I'm glad, and I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. I'm just gonna call you Ponte if I can. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting. So here's the situation with Coinbase. Gala came out. We knew this was coming. They announced it a month beforehand. They really started to announce it to everyone a month beforehand. They were notifying exchanges. Coinbase, 2 weeks prior to the upgrade date where the snapshot was going to happen, they notified. Granted, it was basically an email is what it was. An email plus, let me back up, with an email stating that they were not supporting Gala V2. As a matter of fact, they were going to be delisting Gala. So, what happened is everybody, Gala Games, as soon as it came out that that Coinbase was not supporting Gala V2, you saw the price dip. And everybody, including myself, came out and was warning investors weeks in advance, hey, everybody, if you do not move your Gala from the exchange to a wallet where you hold the seat, where you hold the keys, you will lose whatever Gala you have. Put it in a software wallet. Put it in a cold wallet. Get it off Coinbase. Get it off any of the exchanges, because by then, too, we weren't sure what exchanges were going to be holding it. So this was where wallets were, where it's so important to have a wallet where you control the keys, be it a Trust wallet or a Ledger or a Coinbase wallet, which is a separate entity away from Coinbase Exchange. DeFi wallets. I mean, there's so many different wallets. You could even transfer your Gala straight to the Gala website and have it in your wallet there. So there was a lot of opportunity, a lot of time to basically figure out a game plan. Now, I really feel bad for you, Ponte. I really do. However, I've just got to be straight up, and I'm running the risk of you just hitting the thumbs down or clicking off or doing whatever. But in crypto, if you have that big of an investment, then you really need to be on top of your projects that you're invested in. Crypto is a fast moving, living, organic thing that just constantly is moving. It's never sitting still. I say this over and over again. The average return or the movement in the stock market is 10% a year. We can see 10% in a day. Every day is different because, again, crypto never sleeps. It's not banker's hours Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 4 or whatever it is. The stock market's open. You can get involved in crypto 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 52 weeks, on holidays and Sundays too. 3 o'clock in the morning. So with that being said, there's so much that happens that it's imperative to be mindful of what is going on. And again, I'm sorry you lost that much, but quite honestly, this is where it's not up to Gala Games to reimburse you for that, when they were plenty of opportunity to tell people. Could I think Coinbase have been a little bit more vigorous in letting people know that they weren't going to support it? Yes. I would have liked to have seen more of that. I would have liked to see people have the opportunity, when the snapshot came, to say, hey, we noticed that, or beforehand, because once the 15th came, it came and went, and that's it. Up until then, if you might have been even able to sell and convert it to something else. But it would have been nice if they would have said, and maybe you still can. I don't know. At this point, there's really nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do maybe is if they get the V, because they have the V2. Coinbase has that. All investor Gala V2 tokens are there because they own the wallet. They're a custodial wallet, so that means the address that all the Gala went to didn't go to each individual investor on Coinbase. It went straight to the kitty, the main pool in Coinbase, and then Coinbase would spread everything out. Obviously not. So they still have that. Nice. So we're getting some new people in tonight. Very good. So yes, they did. So the only thing I can tell you is maybe hold on to it. Maybe there's a possibility, I don't know, where if once they, and I believe they will at some point, and maybe months, it could be years, I don't know, support Gala again, and you may have the opportunity to get your upgraded Gala from what you have. You can try reaching out to them and see what they say. Right now, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of recourse. Again, I am so sorry for you losing that much, but I think you also need to take some accountability for it as well. So that's all I have to say about that. And I hope you still like me, and I hope you're still here. And if you have any other questions, put it out here and ask. I'm not offended by anything. So go ahead and put it out there. Hey, Invest, good morning. It's nice to see you here. Oh, we're getting a few more people in. Great. All right, so we have Shawkins. Is that how you say it? I hope so. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Awesome. Yes, Coinbase finally I've been talking about Coinbase. So CoinMarketCap, yes, has finally updated their circulating supply. It's higher than it was. Know that now. So I think that's maybe why we've seen a little bit of a dip. CoinMarketCap especially has power over what's going on. So, and I am going to click on this. Invest is asking a question, and I want to answer this. Or if you have anyone here has questions I want to answer. Here we go. Wait a minute. Where am I? Okay. All right. So, why do you think... Okay, here. What do you think why Mana, Access, Sand... Yeah. So, understand something, Invest. And I was talking about this last night. They're starting from a top-down approach. The SEC considers every crypto a security. Every single one. Other than Bitcoin and Ethereum, we don't know yet. But everyone else, they are in the crosshairs of Gala. of the SEC. So I'm not surprised. I mean, Cardano, Polygon, all these different cryptos, every single crypto that's out there, I don't care if it's gaming, I don't care if it's AI, it won't make a difference because the SEC considers all cryptos securities. So that's why they're doing that. And that's why a lot of these cryptos really don't want us to come out and start talking about ROI, which is return on investment. Because that once you start having those kinds of conversations in Discord and everything else, or even here. Now, I'm not being paid or sponsored, so I can pretty much do and say what I want. But again, I want to respect that because I don't want to, put, and the same for other ones. Brave Browser, as a matter of fact. Right? None of these projects really want everyone to be talking about rate of return because that will put them more on the crosshairs and give more ammunition to the SEC. So if you're ever wondering, well, how come I got kicked out of this Discord for talking about ROIs? Because they don't want to go. No one wants to touch that. That term, those three initials are a pariah right now. No one wants to even mention that. So when it comes to cryptos, everything's a security from the SEC. And gaming cryptos are going to be next. Every crypto there's no one safe. So that's kind of the way I feel about that. Now, we're going to see what happens because now they're coming up and they're fighting with Coinbase, they're fighting with Binance, they're fighting with Ripple. So there's a lot of things going on right now. But check this out. Cathie Wood of ARK came out and she purchased, I forgot how many millions of dollars of stock in Coinbase when they were dipping or when they were like going. As soon as the SEC came out and said they were going to file and charge Coinbase, Cathie Wood came out and she invested into Coinbase. So sides are being drawn right now. Sides are being taken. People are taking sides either with the SEC and regulation through enforcement or cryptocurrency, blockchain, decentralization, and freedom to DeFi. All right, so Majid, Gala's maximum supply that they can ever have is 50 billion. Their circulating supply or their supply or max supply is, I think, right around 24 billion. So I think we're hitting both of those. So there's no more than 50 billion will be made. That's in the smart contracts. But right now our circulating supply is 24 billion, and it was it 24 or is it 21? Let me look. I think it's 24 billion, which is the same as the max supply or total supply. I'm sorry. Let me look here real quick. So I'm going on CoinMarketCap. My computer is slow, guys. That's why I'm doing it this way. Let's see here. Let's take a look. And we're going to find out. All right, so right now Gala is like 2.578 right now. So they're really dropping. This could be a good opportunity depending on your mindset to DCA or not. All right, so circulating supply is about 21 million and the total supply is just over 24 billion with the max supply of 50 billion. And they're ranked 69 on CoinMarketCap with a market cap of just under $600 million. So those are the numbers right now that we're seeing. So that's kind of where we are there. But again, nice to see everyone here. Hey everyone, if you are here, let me know you are here. I appreciate you guys very much. And if you hit that like button and let everyone know that we are here and we're talking about Gala Games as well as, because everything interrelates. Yeah, you're welcome, Majid. My pleasure. We're here talking about Gala and crypto, and that's what we do here. I focus a lot on Gala, but it's also, I want to make sure that I'm educating and because there's times when we don't have time to sit down and sit in front of our computers for 10 hours a day. I do, but most of us don't have that time where we can just like, you know what, I need to sit down and see what's going on. So this is where I like to do a lot of education on this channel as well. And hey David, welcome. So hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to our channel, you would be doing me a massive favor by becoming one of our Ohana, one of our extended family. And this way, right now I've been doing live streams like 4 or 5, 3 nights a week. And I enjoy doing these live streams. I love interaction with you guys. And this way, when you subscribe, you can be notified when I do live streams or when videos drop. Or if you want to join my Patreon, we have tons of benefits over there. I got a free gift for you guys over there, so thank you. So if anyone wants to join Patreon, just click on the link on the banner. It'll take you there. And hey, Juan. So Juan and I were having conversations a little bit earlier on text. And that's another thing. And then I'm going to move on. Is with Patreon, you guys are in a private community. We're all there together. It's not this. We're in a place where we can actually communicate real time. So if you check out, if you feel so inclined, no pressure. If you want to go check out the benefits of joining Patreon for as little as $5 a month, which is a cup of crappy Starbucks coffee, you get much more and it lasts a lot longer. So anyway, just moving on. Yeah, 21 billion. So it was 7 billion before. It has jumped up. So if you ask me why that's the case, I'm going to be honest with you. I have to find out. I'm going to have to find out why we went from 7 as circulating supply. The only thing maybe I can think of is that they just released more. We're just going to release everything because I'm not quite sure what. All right, so wait a minute. That means if total supply is 24 billion, circulating supply is 21 million. We're talking in the 90th, like 97% in circulating supply. That means, in my view anyway, that now that they're not going to be dumped a whole bunch of tokens into the ecosystem and kind of dilute the price. The majority of them are in circulation. So if you have like a 96, 97% in circulating supply from your total supply, I think that's really good because now you don't have to worry about surprises. Everything's out in the open. You know what's out there. And quite honestly, I think that's great. So I'm good with having that kind of a high supply because you know what? Gala's going to be, and again, Gala's going to be in the forefront. I forgot who said it. I want to scroll up. Said they're going to be like top 20. Who was that? I got to go back and look. Let's see. Let's take a quick look. But I think that it might have been Sniper. Yeah. So Crypto Sniper said it could be in the top 20. Man, we're like number 69 right now on CoinMarketCap. We are not that far off. So even though the price is down, circulating supply is higher, we're ranked 69. We crushed that top 100. So I'm sorry, but I think that's great. I think there's lots of potential, lots more room to move. And I think the next bull run, as we get closer to it, I think you're going to see everything will start to stabilize, especially now. Of course, we have, like I told you guys, like, and by the way, how many here are part of the Eternal Paradox playtest that's happening right now? Is anyone doing that other than myself? Because that's another thing, with 4 mobile games already out, you have Meow Match, which you got NFTs. You got Dragon Strike, which you got NFTs in your inventory. You got Champions Arena, which you have an NFT in your inventory. You have, now we have Eternal Paradox doing their play test where you can earn rewards for playing. So is anyone playing that right now? And if you do, what do you think of it? Because I think when we have these kinds of games going out there and they're free, you don't even have to pay anything to play these things. Because I think that maybe that pay to earn model may not necessarily will work. I think that there's different incentives. I think that's going to morph. But, you know, having these mobile games and moreover, having them be on Apple, Eternal Paradox, iOS, Android, PC. You have some of these other games, Meow Match. You have it only on mobile. Then you have Dragon Strike. Then you have Champions Arena. So there's actually quite a few games, and I'm happy to see that because I'm a Mac guy, that you are able to play these games from an Apple device. So that, I think, is really positive. That was something that would bum me out because on some of the games, for example, I had to use some of these other ones like Superior. I had to use my wife's old laptop connected to one of my monitors and try to play it like that. It's not a high-end laptop either. It's like a starter model. So that was frustrating. It was cool. I thought the graphics could have been better, but, you know, who knows? That's what playtests are for. So playtests are designed to allow people to play and give feedback on how to make these games better. My impression when I first set up, and I was able to set up my account, and you can do it for Meow Match, Dragon Strike, Champion, all these games you can set up your Gala account, is my first impression when I started playing it is I think they could improve on the voice actors a little bit. The dialogue was a bit stilted. And this is why, and I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying that's where when the feedback comes in, that's going to be something that's important. So there were some things that I saw, but there are some really, I thought the graphics were amazing on that game. So it's going to last for about 3 weeks. So you have the opportunity to play. So all you have to do is go to the Gala Games website, click on where it says Eternal Paradox, and it should give you the information you need to take you to the App Store or Google Play, and then you can download. So you have to download a few things. You have to download this playtest app, and then you download the game, and it just sort of like connects itself. So, but I think that's something that you guys may want to check out in your free time. It's a little complicated. Meow Match is simple. That's just a simple match 3, match 4, whatever. This is like, all right, I have to really, you have to really be paying attention or else you're going to get confused. Or at least I did anyway. Been one of those days, guys. So, is there any questions? Is there any questions I can ask or that I can answer for you guys? Or any topics you want to bring up? This is the time. We're here to learn. We're here to you know, both of it. We're all here to learn. That's our goal. Once we stop learning, man, that's not a good thing. So there's a lot of really cool things going. But I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of cool things coming up with Gala. And you know, there's other games out there. There is. Don't feel like you have to ape in to one gaming project. If you have 2 or 3 that you like, do it. You're not showing any kind of disloyalty by investing or putting your money into different projects. If you like the other game, right, like Star Atlas or anything like that, do it. if you want. Diversification is going to be key. Focusing only on one cryptos or two cryptos, that it leaves you sort of in a position where, if something happens, you're at the mercy of usually Bitcoin. Whatever goes on with Bitcoin, it has a trickle down effect for everyone else. Everyone follows Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up, altcoins go up. If Bitcoin goes down or ETH goes, then everything else goes down too. So don't be afraid to invest in other projects that are in the same sort of genre. Gaming, blockchains, whatever. I hope everyone's having a great evening tonight. It's nice to see everybody here. So just to reiterate basically what we've been talking about. So we've been going through, Gala Games came out and announced that they are finished with their V2 upgrade. That all the addresses that had Gala V1 are now with the updated Gala, and there will be no more V2. There is only time V2 is used really is in conversation to differentiate the previous contract from the new one. So Gala, and then all exchanges, there's 54 of them, have all their Gala V2. So everyone that was supposed to got. Now, with that in mind, we also have the play test going on with Eternal Paradox, which is going on for the next 3 weeks. And then we're also talking about the SEC's actions against Binance and Coinbase, and 11 states, or 10, I'm sorry, that are doing their own lawsuits suing Coinbase, which is interesting, because Coinbase is based in New York. But you have, of course, the SEC leading the charge, and then you have states like Vermont, Alabama, Maryland, New Jersey, California, and I'm winging them off the top of my head, like Illinois, I believe. So these are states that are filing their own legal action, their own lawsuits against Coinbase. So we'll see. Hopefully, we all need to stick together, and we all need to basically, have some solidarity. And I said this last night. It's okay if, say, for example, if you're brothers, to argue and fight amongst yourselves. But have somebody, an outsider, come in and get in the face of your brother, everything stops. So blood is kind of thicker than water, kind of a deal. And so you could argue about Coinbase, Coinbase this and Coinbase that, and these exchanges. Yeah, we can say that because we're in it. But then you have someone who has no idea what they're doing or what they're talking about or even cares come in and basically attack one of us, essentially, even though they're a centralized exchange, still. They help facilitate crypto to be adopted. You're facilitating ease of purchase from people who don't know. When you start messing with that, then we all need to show solidarity regardless of what we think about Coinbase or regardless of what we may think or feel about Binance or whatever kind of centralized exchange. The fact is we need to stand together so that way there's strength in numbers. Right now, crypto exchanges or just crypto in general, crypto projects, it happened with Kraken. They settled and they had to stop all their staking services. I think the reason that happened is because they just didn't have the capital. They did not have the liquidity to be able to handle the multi-million dollars it takes and years of legal battling to get that one. They just couldn't do it. They didn't have the resources to do it. So they just settled and stopped their staking. And that, I think, emboldened the SEC, and now here we are. So those are my thoughts on that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. But we are going to be making some decisions quickly in the next week or two about what's going on and what's happening with XRP. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And I appreciate you all. Leave a comment in the section below if there's any questions that you have. Check out my Patreon if you want more in-depth and just more benefits. There's tons of benefits over there, so go check it out. Hey everyone, I want you guys to have a great evening. Thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow.